everyone, welcome back to the Battlefield. Siege Ryan here. We are playing more Magic. We are playing Standard though on Magic the Gathering Online. I know a bit of midweek Standard is always okay. This list is our Black-White Flies list. A friend of mine was playing this at Locals and crushed with it. They had a slightly different build. I adjusted some numbers, but there were some really fun cards that I wanted to play with essentially. Two of them being Clarion Conqueror main deck, which is always fun against a lot of the meta in Standard right now. And also, I should say three, but I've definitely played Raven Eagle in Avatar Draft, which I thought was awesome. So I wanted to play this in Standard because it's actually a really cool card. And also Sage of the Skies, which is just a really... I feel like it's underplayed. It can be very good where you just requesting Hex on turn 4, play Sage of the Skies, and you just get two 3s with flying and lifelink. It's very hard to beat for aggro decks. This feels like the aggro deck killer. A lot of things have lifelink and it just has ways to deal with green. So I feel like if your meta is very green heavy and also creature dependent, this deck really just answers that well. The beauty about Black-White is you get access to a lot of good sideboard cards. So if you hop on over here, is you get the discard outlets with black, so Duresses, and then also you get like Rest in Peace, Devout Decrees, which are nice little white cards just to deal with certain matchups. Base is always kind of, and then I kind of have these fun obs. My friend at the Locals had a kind of similar sideboard to this, but I just tried out some random things that I've even never really heard of, like Elegy. It's like elegy. I'm terrible at pronouncing this word, but I haven't like tried this card at all. I kind of missed out a lot on Edge of Eternity, so I'm keen to try out some of these weird cards. You have Drown and Sorrow essentially underneath, and then the one Baser and one Catholic Commando, just to kind of just capture everything. Scavenger Region is also kind of nice with a lot of Wrath effects. So we're running like 4 Wrath effects, which is good for the black where there's too much going on, we can handle it. Our deck is pretty good at handling creature decks, so I'm curious if this needs to go down at all. But yeah, I'm very keen just to try out what this deck is kind of like and just beating down people with flyers. You know, sorry mate, you can't block this. If you do enjoy these videos, please feel free to like and subscribe. I'm very close to 1,000 subs, so that does help the channel out a fair bit. I am using Magic the Gathering Online instead of Arena because I use a subscription service through Mana Traders, which is pretty cheap. It's about $15 USD a month, and then you can essentially rent about 150 ticks worth for a deck. So that's their lowest sub, and you can go higher than that. So if you do want to use something like that, please feel free to use Siege Ryan as a code word and get a little bit of money off after a little while. Anyway, let's give this deck a bit of a spin through a couple decks, and I'll see you in the first one. Alright, we're starting things off. This is good. We don't have anything for 2, but we have these multiversal passages which we can use. So we can go Swamp, Cecil, and then follow up with just a tapped passage probably. Looks like we're playing against just Boros aggro. Oh, I guess just a, you pay 2 if you do. Probably Boros tokens, I guess. It's a pretty good 1-mana 2-1 when you think about it. Okay, that's good. I'm actually going to lead with the Bleach Bone because we don't need to... We shouldn't pay mana unless we absolutely need to. This absolutely brick walls this, so it's probably going to eat a burn spell of some kind, but a 2-3 is good. And probably I might just play a tap land, to be honest. I don't really want to. Like, we could, I guess, technically... They can't attack. Yeah. We're not going to attack, it's just a brick wall. We're going to probably... I don't really want to pay 5 life against a burn deck that is going to... You know, to get rid of 1 card when we have something, you know. And even next turn we can go like we can do the shock next turn if you want to. And we got Cecil, so if they get rid of this, then we draw the 11, we can Cecil, bit of triumph, something. But I don't want to discard our creatures. Like, these are all like got lifelink and these, you know, activate abilities. They can keep playing Hexing Scotches. That's not going to let them win the game. And that's I mean, bit of triumph is so much worse against all this. So again, still a brick wall. We're going to play this. And I guess we'll shock this in anyway. Yes. And we'll play the Revenant. There we go. Alright, we're just going to pass again. So yeah, it's just a 3-3 with Flying Death Touch and Lifelink. And we'll just play the other one, and then that should just be that. I mean, and the beauty is we can put this on like a Cecil or something like that. Although, I don't know if Renew... No, Renew's not an activated ability. It's just like a ability from that in the graveyard. I don't know, we'll see if that happens with the Clarion Conqueror or not. I think for a game 2, we probably want to try and get like a MoMo on turn 1. Cecil has been phenomenal though. Let's see cyber-wise what we'd bring in here. Devout Decrees probably, and the Ruinous Waterbending. Yep, so they're just playing more creatures. We will just attack the Revenant if it survives. Okay, they're just playing more dinky creatures that they can't attack with. So that's fine. We'll hit with the Revenant and then we'll just play another Revenant. Yeah. Yep, let's attack the Revenant. I don't attack this just yet because we can lose life from this. And that's how I think we're going to lose this game if something like that happens. We'll play this. We'll just name Plains. No, and then no, and then we'll play this other one. Yeah, I can't see wanting to... We could Clarion Conqueror, I guess. Because then they can't double pump it to 3. That's kind of fun if they do that. I'd rather get these all online, to be honest. Black, let's just play 2 of these. And then, yeah, I'll probably even just block the Bastionrot, to be honest, with the Cecil and then play another Cecil. If they choose to attack with it. But now with these 3/3 Lifelink Flyers, I think it's going to get the job done. Unless they play Nova Hellkite. In which case, we will pay a butt ton of life to get rid of it. We'll probably just play the double ward. There it is, Nova Hellkite. So they're warping it though as well. And they're dealing 1 to that. I guess they're shocking it then. Okay, well, we'll just take the 4 there. That's fine. They do get that. Hopefully, we can just still keep cracking. We can. Okay, that's good. Another Revenant. Jesus. All right. Well, let's attack the 2 Revenants and let's just play another Revenant, I think. This doesn't matter too much until they get the double strike anyway. Let's just play another one. That's my turn, opponent. Just draw 3 Quasi Revenants and attack in the air a bunch of times. Yeah, just playing the Nova Hellkite. Fair enough. It is going to eat a... Yeah, the Cecil can just block something. That's fine. Oh yeah, they just decide they're not going to beat that. All right, let's go to sideboard. So yeah, Ruinous Word Bendings come in. This is interesting. It's have lifelink, so I'll bring that in. Baze is good. I mean, these dragons are probably good as well. Devout Decrees are nice. Let's just cut. I don't think the deep... I mean, they gain life as well. They brick wall as well, actually, to be honest. Recruiting Hex is good. I think I just cut the Clarion Conquerors. And then I want to cut 4 more cards. It was bad. Even... But there aren't too many hastes, and it's just a 2/2. Want the 1/3. I think we keep the Deep Cavern Bats in. And I think we keep that as well. It is a lot. Maybe we just cut. We probably don't need this many. We just try these out and see how it goes. Just the lifelink is, the base is good. This hand's just phenomenal. Got all the lifelink. We'll hold on to this. I mean, we probably should have cut the Ducks or Augurs. Sorry. But that's okay. We still have a good curve here. I think we're probably... I just want to see if they just play this and pump it. Because then we'll probably just remove it with a Recruiting Hex. Heart Challenger. So we're just going to Hex that because that's just a way better card to hit. I mean, this card is phenomenal as well, but yeah, we'll just destroy this. And then we'll play our 1/3. Because they're going to activate this once anyway if they want to. Okay, we'll play this. We'll play the Surveyor. And all that stuff gets around the Ruinous Waterbending. I mean, the Waterbending is just absolutely cracked against them. But this is good. This is, you know, we can make a 1/1. All the blocks. Or make it a 2/4. They can lightning strike that, that's fine. They can crack in, we'll shock for a swamp and then play this Revenant. Unless they play another 1-drop. Yeah, so we'll play this Swamp. Yes, please, I will pay the 2. And we'll just play our Lifelinker. And hopefully, this just gets us there. Playing mono these, they obviously can't attack with either. Just no lightning strike. I mean, that's one way to sort me out. And then they can make this a 2/3. Planesculpture. I think now I'm kind of happy to just hit them both, 2 for on them with the bending and just play tap swamp. Yes. Let's just go swamp tapped. No, and then yeah, I just want a ward bending here. Hang on. I think we just do this now and get rid of both of them, to be honest. Just because otherwise it gets a little bit more gross. And then if we draw like a MoMo or something, we can play the Sage of the Skies doubled, which is pretty cracked. Otherwise, we just play Revenant again. Another Hard Claw, that's fine with me. And then Nova Hellkite. Yeah, okay. So if they draw a Mountain, we're in a little bit of grief here with that Nova Hellkite. We don't really have anything for it straight off. And it does drop us to 8, which is quite low. We will play a Lifelinker though. I mean, okay, now we play this. It's very good. And then we can just play our Sage of the Skies. That was like literally our best draw. Like, I think this is just made for like the creature decks, you know what I mean? And they both have lifelink and, you know, we can play our other stuff. Darkstar Augur is a bit, how you doing? I forgot that we're running Dark Confidant here and we should probably just remove that card from the deck. There we go. All right, let's play another one. This hand's kind of like, it's borderline, but I think we keep it. We just play a Passage on black. Oh no, we just play the Courtyard. They're keeping 7. I think we keep 7 and just see how we go. We have many good draws. It's very good against Burn, this deck, as you saw. Just mono lifelink, you know. And Cecil's just like an absolute house, really. Ooh, another Mountain. Okay. So we're probably playing against Burn. Which is fine. Let's go, yeah, Concealed Courtyard. And then we'll play Cecil. This starting town's a little bit awkward. I mean, we have plenty of lands now. I just had to think about how best we want to play it through. Probably still going like tapped Passage and then play the starting town on turn 3. And then we can play everything else. I think that's a great play. Once we get a turn 2, then the Passage can just wait till the end. There it is, Razorkin Needle. And we are not running into that. We are just, okay, well that's good that we drew that. Yes, let us play this tapped. Name Swamp. And again, we'll just have a, no we won't pay 2, and we just pass. We just have a brick wall here, which is fantastic. It's just knowing that we're going to lose a life every turn. And I wouldn't mind drawing something to get around like a Nova Hellkite in future. Ooh, Fire Nation Palace, let's go. Alright, this is a Nova Hellkite. Fair enough. And they can also hit him for 2 here. Yep. Not much we can do about that. Nova Hellkite is a good card. And we don't have no one to lead around. So on our turn, we're just going to play the Revenant. Another Cecil. Yeah, we'll play Starting Town, and then we'll just play Revenant, black, colorless. We're not going to attack the Cecil because you lose life. Oh, I guess it flips, and we get lifelink then. You know what? Let's attack because we're not going to be getting it any other way, and then we'll have a 4/4 then. Yeah, and now we have a 4/4 with lifelink, which is absolutely freaking cracked, bro. And then everything else gets indestructible when they attack. So very hard to get rid of a Cecil, especially when it's a 4/4 with lifelink. So if they attack, we're blocking with a Revenant as well. This Cecil's going to be attacking every turn, essentially. And it's kind of fine if they also block it and then like shock it and then block it, because then we can play our other Cecil and then Sage of the Skies, so we just get a lot of other stuff going on. Let's just adjust this back here. Sometimes Moto just kicks it back into that weird gear there. Yeah, this is if they dealt damage. So this is actually, it works with the Needlekin. So I'm quite happy to just keep Cecil back as a brick wall. Because they deal damage and they can actually like uptick this, make it a 2/3 and it's a 2/2. I guess my other option is I can make just a giant. I kind of want to attack with both, to be honest. And they can do that. They can spend their turn doing that, and then we can just go Sage of the Skies, play another Cecil. Yeah, I think we do that. We need to finish off this game anyway. And if they're cracking in with a Hellkite, it's going to be bad news bear for us. So let's get another Cecil down and Sage of the Skies. Should have probably played the Bleach Bone Verge first. So now we know exactly that we're going to be taking out certain other things, such as... I wonder if they do double blocking, just like, okay, they didn't, that's okay. We are just going to play... let me check quickly. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to play a Bleach Bone and then I'm going to play the Cecil. I'm pretty sure it doesn't stick around, but that doesn't matter. I think maybe it does because it technically has a different name. But if it doesn't anyway, we just get 2 Sage of the Skies, which is kind of what I care about. So that's what I'm doing. And if it does survive, then it's just another blocker, which is absolutely cracked. Crackly dacked, mate. It does live. That's good. I had a feeling because it just had a different name, but you know, you never know, you know. And we get this, then we get 2 other 2/3s, and it's just cracked. So basically, our deck's just infinitely good against burn, which is what we're seeing right now. So Sage of the Skies is very hard to beat for them. Yeah, there we go. And they don't want to play anymore anyway. We're on the draw. This hand is sadly not keepable, especially with the 1 multiversal passage. They're mulliganing, we'll mulligan as well. This is better. I'm still waiting to see a MoMo. I'm very sad about that. We're just going to cut back 1 Clarion Conqueror because we've got a good sweep here. We can go Swamp Cecil and just play tap Goldless Shrine, and 3 probably into Conqueror or the Eagle. Green means Clarion Conqueror is a good card. So we'll play this, play Cecil. And then, I mean, this is a lot better on the play because if they just play Badgermole into Ouroboros, we can't really beat that. Which is a big, big problem. Right, they're playing Starting Town, which is a little bit bizarre. This is kind of nice though as well. Let's attack for 2 and we'll play... I think we just go Starting Town and into Starting Town. We'll play this. Yeah, let's play MacD. MacD. Because it's kind of nice. It kind of slows them down a little bit with the artifacts and creatures and the tapping. If they play Badger Mole, then, you know, it's kind of nice. Lumbering World Wagon. Okay. So we're going to play Clarion Conqueror, the card, and then they're going to really struggle against that. Unless they have... I really wish we kept the other Clarion Conqueror. We'll play the Starting Town. Let's attack first, and then we'll play the Clarion Conqueror. We've got to play it here because I just have a feeling they want to crew this and do some stuff. And they're probably even playing like a Temur build or something like that. Anyway, we'll play the Clarion Conqueror. And we just have a bunch of flyers that can hopefully finish the job off over a couple turns. I'm hoping anyway. Oh yeah, this just kills everything. Very good. Excellent job. Yeah. And then I think they have to discard, isn't it? Yeah. So oh, they're running Overlords. Fantastic. Alright, we can't do anything about that. They've got 2 cards left. I think we should just deep cabin first and see what they have, and then we'll play this tap Goldless Shrine. I know it feel better playing the Raven Eagle, but like if we just hit their main card, I think we'd have... Alright, they're torching. Okay. They have a forest left. Okay. So just play this tapped. No. And then it's a top deck war. Although we do have at least a playable card, but they could literally draw something absolutely cooked. I'll just draw one of those. So that's alright because it's not doing anything else. It's more if they can crew that, then we're cooked. Alright, deck, give me something good off the top, please. Okay, we will play the passage because we want to be able to do the clue token shenanigans as well. So we will just exile, probably just the Overlord, to be honest. If that's the case, then we will play this. And this does something else, doesn't it? When you draw a 2nd card each turn. Yeah, we'll just crack this now because then we don't have to... Will they lose 1 life? And then hopefully, I mean, Bleach Bone Verge is not what we want. We want to draw spells, but we haven't. We can possibly just win from here. If they get a crew for their Lumbering old mates there. Let's attack first. Because it's probably depending on what we do here. And we can exile something else. Okay, we do get to do this. We just do the explosion. Probably should hit the land, potentially. Probably should have exiled the creature. Sorry, I thought it was just anything, but it's not. So that's fine. We'll play a Verge, and then let's just play the Bat. I should just exile our Cecil. Like, we have a bunch of creatures in our yard. Okay, yeah, they're just elementals. So you can see how we can get pretty cooked pretty soon here. If they draw a Vibrance or anything like that. They draw Vibrance and they just crack in with a... Okay, why don't they play that? That's my question. Let's attack with both. Bing bong. And let's exile from here. Not from here. They can move out of the way. Let's exile Cecil. Take the 3. And let's hopefully draw something. We should have had an extra card in hand though if I just like did stuff this up. Come on, give me. That's not a banger that I want. So they want to be dead as well, which is pretty funny. No. I think this Requiting Hex is not that good against them. Smuggler's Surprise. So move all cards you put up to 2 creature cards and legend among them move cards into your hand. That's pretty good. I just bring for that. Yes, okay. I'm surprised they didn't do 1, 2, 3. Okay, they were just shy. Alright. That's not good, because that's the red one that does things. Deals damage from what I can remember. I mean, they had all the Overlords. Yeah, so they probably just killed the Raven here. It's very, that's so Raven. And then this, whenever it attacks, it's essentially just a Titan that when it attacks, it does stuff as well. So you can crew that and just absolutely crack in here. And we just take 7. I mean, we did get some good fades from them, honestly. But, yeah, now it's probably a little bit grim if they got that. We'll just see what we draw. Sage of the Skies. No. I was hoping, like, maybe potentially we could target. I think we're pretty boned from here. Let's go to the game. I was thinking, like, if we could double spell with that and then... Yeah, Conqueror. I mean, Conqueror is good here. So they've got the Elementals. Let us... I don't really want that. Base is not that good. Devout Decrees are nice. I don't hate, actually, Catholic Commando either. And I like the Duresses, but what do I want to cut? Probably anything that's fast. I don't think MacDs are fast enough. Requiting Hexes are just dreadful. We'll take those out. Clarion Conqueror also doesn't feel that good because their mana's through the Ashling. I think we'll cut that. I don't think the Regent's that good either. I guess maybe we keep like 3 of these in, I guess. You just try and go a little bit faster, potentially. Yeah, I think we just do this. This is what it is. I think the Duress will help. Like, we just win the game if they don't have any eels, basically. 1 land is a bit iffy. If we had a second land, I think it would be fine. This hand is really slow. I kind of don't like this either, to be honest. Let's mull to 5. This hand's a bit how's your father. We'll cut this and we'll cut this. And then we just go... I think we probably even just... This just doesn't pay off if we draw any of the 3-drop flyers, but we did cut some, so let's just play the Cecil first. This might be not as good this time around. We were very close, and I think opening hand would have been very good if we just drew something. Okay, now we can play everything, which is good. Let's attack for 2. This is the kind of draw that you want, because we're going to draw and this gets counters as well. So we'll play this, and then we should be able to play the Surveyor for 1, which is pretty good. We'll pass, and then yeah, when this attacks, it can make flyers. I'm pretty sure you create 1/1 spirit token. Oh, it doesn't have flying. That's a shame. And now I kind of just want any kind of Duress, I think. So I'm just double checking. So this is just a 1/1 white spirit token. Tokens can be good with Torch, and then have to do more with the Ill, so you... I think this is it, because the Spirit doesn't have flying. If only we hit something extra after that, but we didn't. It just means, like, if we bump up our Surveyor, then they're kind of forced to increase the crap that they have to do. And Offspring's... Alright, that's good, because Offspring's... I mean, they can play the... They can play the bloody... Oh... Do we just attack, or do we actually play this? That's the question. I think we just attack with what we have, because they're likely just going to do a removal end step. It kind of sucks, because I wouldn't mind doing the Augur now. This makes a 3-5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With the Offspring, maybe we can get something else cracking as well. Yeah, I just feel like if they do the Wrath effect next turn, they shocked here. They must be doing something as well. Maybe a spree or something like that. They are. Yeah, they can kind of just do a lot. And Ill-Timed is just absolutely cooked. So you have Vaultborn Tyrant. They can also get something just to put into play, which is cooked as well. But yeah, this felt like an ill-timed explosion. Yeah, they have to use it. They have to use something like quite big to actually discard and get rid of everything. And now we can Offspring this. Probably, I'm hoping we draw like a Cecil or something like that. Yeah, the Overlord. Yep. Okay. I think we're just playing this with Offspring. I don't think they have anything else a bit scary just yet. It's kind of like after 6 mana, and then this allows us just to draw so many more cards. Dark Confidant on a flying stick, if you will. Oh, this is another ill-timed. What the hell is this? Do damage to any target. It comes into play tapped. It's definitely something. Hopefully we just... Damn. Alright, hopefully they got so many cards in their hand, but, you know, hopefully we just draw something good. Sage of the Skies and a tap land. Brutal. Let's attack for 2, I guess. And I think we want to play the Deep Cavern Bats, to be honest, and just take whatever they're going to be doing to us. Because it still presents as lethal, but I have a feeling they have like a lot of stuff. That's what I'm thinking, they have a lot of stuff over there. Oh my god, what's this? So that's definitely a thing. They have 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That taps for 7, doesn't it? Whenever you tap an artifact token for mana, add 1 mana of any type that artifact token produced. Yeah. So, I mean, they can play anything. Oh god. We're pretty screwed at this point. I think we basically needed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are they even then? If we got rid of this, they're still going to play any of their 7 drops or a Vestige, which is kind of cooked as well. I think, and the Vaultborn Tyrant also gains life, which is not good for us. We can't take the River Regents. That's pretty cooked. Wow. I think it's actually this. No, it's... let's just take the Vaultborn Tyrant. Force them to at least bounce, I guess. But it's grim out there. It's very grim out there. If we drew an untapped land, we would have gotten 2 more 2/3s. And would have bounced 2, then 1 could get in. If we drew a removal spell, it would be okay. Oh, they make another one when it attacks? Oh, we're just screwed, bro. We're so screwed. Didn't matter what we did. Holy moly. I think the Duress trying to hit an ill-timed explosion early is probably our only way out there. And we mulled to 5 anyway. It was a fun game though. It was cool to see this Temur deck. Yep. That makes sense. Just to gain life and draw a card. Alright. lose some life. This is trample, will probably kill us. Yeah, we're dead. That was fun though. Let's do a brief wrap up. Alright, quick wrap up time. This deck was obviously just good against creature decks. So we saw we played against some of that weird Overlord 7 mana kind of deck. I think we might a little bit hard in that game too, but I think, just the duresses and that could have potentially gotten there if we drew them or if we kept a hand of 7. Generally, I mean, this deck just curved out fairly well. The MacD, the Spider-Man card that does the tap stuff is quite interesting. I'm thinking about when we were playing against Burn though, obviously we'll keep it in, but we had lots of stuff anyway that was just good against them. Like we had all these life linkers and whatnot, and then we have all these wrath effects as well. I felt pretty good against them. I guess it kind of slows down some certain decks. There's not really artifact decks that exist too much in Standard. I know they have that one artifact deck that has the repurposing bay, but that doesn't really see too much play. I'm thinking maybe increasing 1 or 2 bitter triumphs potentially, but honestly, it felt pretty fun. And I'll definitely take it to a Standard tournament if I had all the cards. Mana base wise, it's interesting because it's very black heavy with a slight white pip splash, but everything's kind of black or white. Mind the pun there, but you probably don't need to go so hard on the dual lands. You could probably cut some of maybe the starting towns and then just run the rest as you see fit. You could probably run some abandoned air temples as well, because you've got the passages, godless shrines, and maybe a couple planes. Yeah, I'd probably run maybe abandoned air temple and then a couple planes, and then the passages count as one of the basics. So I think get away with at least 1 or 2 temples. Besides that, the sideboard could probably use some work. I just tried some funnels that my friend at our locals also has been using. But I can see this deck just dominating in a creature-heavy meta. Let me know what you think if you have any other black-white decks that you've played and have done well with. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.